Guys, welcome to It's Me, Andrea, and in today's video, we're going to be going over Zara's latest release. When I tell you guys, when I found out that Zara was releasing this fragrance, I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, I got to have this. Like, I got to have this in my collection. Although I am on a no-buy, I should have not brought a fragrance. However, this one I had to have. So I'm going to go back on my no-buy and be good. But this fragrance, I had to have it. And we're talking about none other than Love Explosion. This was literally just dropped off to me. I have not even opened it at all. Like, so this is going to be a first impression, everything. Guys, I'm just excited. So it's not really the standard Zara packaging. It does say Love Explosion, the elegance and personality of Red Zara Temptation and Rose Gourmand, a special edition. There's also some information on the back. It says 2 fragrances merge to create a unique gourmand amber floral scent. I'm excited. Like, I'm so excited. So let me go ahead and open it up. 1 second. I apologize, family. So I had to get something to tear this here, but this is the packaging for the fragrance. Of course, this part comes off. All right, so now that the fragrance is open, I'm just super excited to smell this. But first, we're going to get into the notes. Top notes, you have bitter orange, peony, and bergamot. Middle notes, you have rose, praline, and amber. This fragrance ends with moss, vanilla, and musk. All right, guys, so for the moment of truth, let's go ahead and spray her on. And I'm going to do more than one spray to really get the fragrance going. Ooh. Okay, so the fragrance opens up real bright, like real citrusy, and that's coming from that bergamot and that orange. That's what I'm getting in the initial onset, the initial spray. So that citrus smell that you get in the very beginning, it goes away rather quickly. It stays around for about 30 to 45 seconds. And then it starts to change again on my skin. And then I'm greeted with Rose Gourmand. Like a sweeter, citrusy form of Rose Gourmand is what is starting to develop into now. And it also has something kind of earthy in it. Like maybe that moss is peeking out sooner than later is what I'm getting right now. And also something kind of nutty. And I'm thinking that's coming from the praline, but it's not intense. It's not heavy. It's just like a slightly nutty vibe that's starting to settle in as well. And in this phase right now, I will say from that Rose Gourmand, I'm also getting that delicious caramel and that real rich vanilla that we know true to be in Rose Gourmand. Like I'm really getting that as well right now. But it's still developing, it's still changing on my skin. Even in the middle, as it starts to dry down, this is completely beautiful. Oh my gosh, I really do love this. This is good. Okay, so it's starting to really settle on my skin now. And at this point, I'm getting that full Rose Gourmand DNA. Yeah, I'm still getting that full Rose Gourmand DNA. I'm going to let this sit for just a minute to see if it's going to change any more on my skin. We'll give it about 5 minutes and I'll be right back. It's been about 10 minutes and I'm getting a collision. It's just a combination of Rose Gourmand with Red Temptation equally mixed and a sprinkle of Red Temptation Summer. And the reason I say this fragrance has a mix between Red Temptation OG, Rose Gourmand, equally mixed, and then a splash of Red Temptation Summer, because in Red Temptation Summer, that praline on my skin, I can smell it in the dry down heavy. But in this fragrance, I smell that same scent in the middle. And that's why I feel that Red Temptation Summer is in this fragrance as well. Let's talk longevity, projection, and sillage. Of course, I cannot say too much because I just got the fragrance in. And of course, it needs to go ahead and settle down and macerate just a bit before I can really give my full dedicated review on this fragrance. However, it is made of 2 powerhouse fragrances. Rose Gourmand and Red Temptation, in my opinion, are both powerhouses from Zara. I love them both. Rose Gourmand can fill up a room from 1 or 2 sprays. the same as Red Temptation. The sillage is amazing. Projection is about an arm's length. They will smell you about that far out, right? Also, when it comes to the longevity, for those two fragrances, when I wear them, I get about 7 to 8 hours on skin and about 10 plus hours on clothes. So I am anticipating that Love Explosion will do the same because it has that DNA from those two fragrances. And Rose Gourmand, in my opinion, is the strongest DNA in this fragrance. So I know it's going to be beast mode. I know it's going to have great longevity. The sillage, the projection, it's going to do its thing. I know it. So when I was pulling the trigger for this fragrance, right? And I was like, you have Rose Gourmand, you have Elixir, you have OG, you also have Summer when it comes to Red Temptation. So why not just layer them to get, you know, Love Explosion? I was like, that's really the thing to do. I'm on a no-buy. You don't really need this. But I was like, you know what? It may smell different. The notes were different. It's not going to be the exact same, right? So I actually tried to layer Rose Gourmand with Red Temptation. Rose Gourmand with Red Temptation Elixir, Rose Gourmand with Red Temptation Summer. Neither one of them smell like this. It does not. I say all that to say this, right? If you already have Zara's Red Temptation Summer, Red Temptation the OG, and Rose Gourmand in your collection, and you're not really looking to buy anything, you really don't need this unless you are a collector. Now, if you only have the Red Temptations and you were always wanting to get the Rose Gourmand, I would say you can experience this one. Get this one. If you have Rose Gourmand in your collection, you don't need this. But then again, you do. Because who am I to judge? Because I have them all, right? But I'm just saying, like, if you... It's really how you want to play it. If you're a collector, you need to go ahead and get this because it does say special edition. If Zara kept Love Explosion around, I probably wouldn't buy Rose Gourmand anymore. That's just how good I think this is, in my opinion. And I'm going to be completely honest. Like, again, I am so glad that I do have Love Explosion in my collection. I really do want to go ahead and order me 2 more. Like, I really do. But I'm on a no-buy, so I might even ask for this as my Valentine's Day gift from my kids or something because it's really just that good. And I feel that once this sits, it's going to be even better. Like, it is gorgeous. Y'all, when I was placing the order for this fragrance, I said to myself, as I was hitting pay now, I was like, girl, you have Rose Gourmand and you have 3 Red Temptations. I don't have Winter. So you do not need Love Explosion. But when I tell you that yes, I do. I absolutely do. This is amazing. I kid you not. It is amazing. I am so happy to have this in my collection. I am so happy that I pulled the trigger, although I have the parents of this already, but I'm so happy. Love Explosion is good in my opinion. And it can also be the perfect Valentine's Day going out to dinner scent. If you don't have Rose Gourmand or any of the Red Temptation flankers or the OG in your collection, but you do have these 2 fragrances in your collection, Baccarat Rouge 540, Gentle Fluidity Gold by Mason Francis Kurkdjian, put them together. It will give you that experience of Love Explosion. I kid you not. I tried them off camera. It really does. It is not the same. Of course, we know these fragrances are elevated. We already know that. But when I tell you, you get that same experience, you will get the exact same experience. We already know that Red Temptation was inspired by Baccarat Rouge 540. And I kid you not, when Gentle Fluidity Gold dries completely down, like all the way down, it reminds me so much so of Rose Gourmand. If you have Gentle Fluidity Gold in your collection as well as Rose Gourmand, spray them side by side, let them dry down, and drop me a comment down below telling me what you think about it. There you have it, guys. So that is my first impression of Love Explosion. I have not had time to wear it. I'm going to wear it this entire weekend. So I will come back probably next weekend and do like an updated video for you guys about this fragrance. But I do anticipate it to perform just like Rose Gourmand and Red Temptation or Red Temptation Summer, because it's just that beautiful. And it does give me both of those when it comes to the DNA. Guys, if you found value in my content about Love Explosion, consider joining the channel by clicking on the subscribe button and also turning your notification bells on so that you are notified whenever I do upload a video. And until next time, bye.